Hello everyone, it's me, that divination witch. I'm back with another video in my series of different spirits and deities that I have met and sometimes worked with over the years. This lady's very special to me, and it's someone, I don't know why I've waited so long to even talk about her. She makes me emotional every time. Gosh. So you'll know from the title, obviously, I'm going to talk about Queen Frigg or Frigga, and who she is to me, and how I experience her. Let's get into it. And if you are new here, hello and welcome. My name's Sarah, I'm that divination witch, and welcome to my channel. I hope you stick around. This is a safe space, so if you've got any questions or anything you want me to cover, let me know. I'm happy to help. No question is a silly question. I've also got a link tree, it's just below. If you're interested in getting a reading from me, I've got a shop and a Patreon. So yes, I'd be so grateful if you could check it out. Thank you. Frigg or Frigga. She is Queen of the Aesir. She is wife to Odin. She is mother of Balder and Hoder. And she is a goddess of motherhood. She is a goddess of marriage, the home, weaving, the weather, the clouds, the rain, the sky, divination and prophecy. Her hall is Fensalia, I don't know if I've pronounced that right, and she has several handmaidens that attend to her. One such handmaiden is a goddess called Fulla, who seems to come through quite often for me. She's just a lovely, lovely lady. Now, she, to me, is I call her my Norse matron, but she is my matron goddess. Now, if it wasn't for Hecate, I probably would be working with Frigg full time. Frigg is up there for me, and she always will be. She's one of my mothers, and I'm actually filming this on Mother's Day in the UK. Ours is in March. It was moved up as well, early, very early, but I don't know if I'll be putting this out anytime soon. Sometimes my videos take a few weeks to come out when I film, but yes, that's why I decided to talk about her today. She's very special to me, holds a firm place in my heart. She's my ancestral goddess, my ancestral protector. I've worked with her in several lives, and my ancestors have been watched over by her for generations. And I firmly feel when it comes to deities, it could be pagan deities, it could be patron saints and angels as well. You know, once they've been our patron saint or our family's patron saint or God or whatever, once they've been it once, they have a vested interest in the bloodline, you know, that keep watch over us. And well, that's Frigg to me. And I mean, this is completely UPG and completely very personal to me, but I know that I've spent some time in her hall between reincarnations as well. And I've visited the place in Astral, and her hall is so beautiful. It's in like this forest area that's very lush and green, and lots of rivers and wildlife, bunnies and bees and butterflies, and say warm summertime weather. And that's the energy she has as well. She can be cold, and I don't mean in a nasty way. I mean literally cold. A lot of the Norse can, like the gods, I've noticed that about them. Just something I've noticed. It's probably because of the countries and the culture that they reflect, you know. But they can sometimes be cold, literally. But she is a warm, welcoming, compassionate and kind woman. She, in her own way, is an initiatory goddess. Hecate and Frigg share a lot of similarities. Now, I've actually been asked to cover this, and maybe I'll make a separate video on it, but somebody asked me about, are they the same person? And I never actually thought of it that way. Now, I don't think they're the same person, as much as I just want to add on this video as well, Freya and Frigg are not the same person either. I know a lot of historians and a lot of pagans think they are, but to me, they're not. They're two separate women. Similar, but different. But when it comes to Frigg and Hecate, again, similar but different. They are that divine feminine archetype for sure. And the divine feminine, they're all connected in their own way. The side of the divine feminine you need is what comes to you. That could be Frigg, that could be Hecate, could be Aphrodite, could even be someone like Baba Yaga. It depends on what you need at the time. They're all very different personalities. But there are similarities in that. Frigg and Hecate both have a branch of magic that they teach. Freya has her own branch of magic as well. But Frigg is initiatory in her branch of magic. Her magic is more to do with prophecy and like I say, divination and healing magic, I would say, as well. And fate type magic, with her being this weaving goddess. It's like she can weave the threads of fate. She is so powerful, she can control lives in a way. Now, I'm not saying she is like one of the fates, because there's so many similarities actually between the Norse and the Hellenic myths, to be honest with you guys. We've got the three Norns in Norse mythology that are the three Morai, or the three fates in Greek, the three ladies that control destiny. Now, I'm not saying Frigg controls destiny in the same way as them, but she is powerful enough to change your life. And she's powerful enough that she's given a sky goddess kind of dominion, in the way that Zeus is a sky god and he's king of the Greek gods. She's the feminine version of that. She is up there. She is so powerful, but people underestimate her quite a bit because of her being a mother and taking a back seat a lot. But even in the Eddas, even in the sagas, the myths, she had dominion over everything, like Hecate does. There's this one famous myth which turns out in Loki unalive Balder. But in that myth, the reason Loki managed to is because Frigg, who had power and dominion over every living being and creature and plant and everything, she went to every single animal, every single plant and everything and made sure that they would not hurt her son. She missed out the mistletoe. I know, that bloomin' mistletoe. And Loki used that against Balder. It's a long story, but that's the condensed version. But the fact that she had such dominion over everything shows her power, She is not somebody to be messed with. But she is often underestimated because of the mother side of her, because she's so kind and compassionate. People overlook her, it seems. At least in the modern times, I feel she's very overlooked. It's like, oh, the mother goddess. No, do not underestimate her. It's like Hecate, do not underestimate her either, which I feel like Hecate is less underestimated because of her dark goddess reputation. She has this kind of edgy side to her in a way. But Frigg, is also the same. And also, all Norse deities, well, not all maybe, but quite a lot of them, are psychopomps in their own right. And that's not something found in other mythologies. That's quite unique to my knowledge. Odin and Valhalla, Freyr and her whole Folkvanger, I think that's what it's called. The gods have their own halls, their own little realms, their afterlives, where you can go to if you're favoured by them. Not every deity has that, and I think that's very interesting. So in her own right, she's a guide to lost souls and to souls in general. So there is that comparison between her and Hecate, and for me, maybe that's part of the reason why my soul is drawn to Hecate. I seem to have a lot of mother energies around me. Always have since the beginning of my practice, and I am in technically the mother phase of my life, although I'm not an actual mother. I am in that phase of my life, so it would make sense with that regard as well. But my soul does seem to be drawn to the divine feminine and the nurturing side, but also the fierce lioness side. It's that, that powerful energy we women have as mothers that is like undescribable, protective, fierce, resilient, strong, so strong in a way that's different to male energy. And that is what I seem to be attracted to subconsciously, and what is attracted to me as well, and maybe a lot of you are the same. But yes, Frigg is very special to me because she is my ancestral goddess. And I do feel she is often very overlooked for other deities. And because she is this mother figure, people think she's going to be a softie. Well, she can be, of course. But she also has that fierce side, like I've said. And yes, she is initiatory in that if you fully commit to her and work with her, she can teach you magic. She can teach you her branch of magic, the way she does things. Her handmaidens can. There's quite a few of them with different skills and things. And you can be doing her work on Earth. And like I say, for me, if it wasn't for Hecate and me doing Hecate's work on Earth, I'd probably be with Frigg. And Frigg knows this. And I normally call her Frigga. The reason being, it's a funny story, I'll quickly sidetrack and tell you. So, Frigg is a swear word where I'm from. Or at least, it is a swear word. It means, it's rude, female masturbation. I'll just say it. That's what it means. But it's used as a curse word. And I mean, it's sad really if you think that's a goddess's name. You've turned into a curse word. And when I was first aware of her, it was actually my own mother. She put her foot in it. I don't think my mum will ever see this video, but if she does, sorry, you put your foot in it. I had a statue of Frigg, and my mum was like, "Who's that? Who's that? She's beautiful. What's that statue?" And I explained, and she was like, "Frigg, that's a swear word. Oh, you can't say that." I'm like, "Are you for real? You've just said that." Oh, she got offended. And I don't blame her. It must be shit. that is your name. People used to respect her so much, and now that is your name, a curse word. That means female masturbation, the disrespect. So Frigga is what I say, but she was also known as that, as well as Frigg. But yes, and her sacred day is Friday, just to say that as well, which is often conflated with Freyr as well. They share a lot of things. Some people say they're the same. Like I've said already, I don't think they are. I do see them as separate women. Freyr is a lot younger, different energy. Yeah, it's like the maiden energy compared to the mother energy. And yeah, how do I see her? Well, it goes without saying she's very beautiful. She has long blonde hair. She normally wears a blue dress, Viking style with gold trim, and sometimes plaits in her hair, fancy braids that I can't even try to do. I've tried. She once wanted me to braid my hair and I couldn't do it. And it was like, are you for real? You used to be able to do this all the time in past lives. No. But she has very intricate hair. She sometimes wears feathers in her hair as well. And sometimes I see her in like a long white cloak that is kind of made of clouds. But that makes sense, I suppose, because it's said that she weaves the clouds. She creates the clouds. But yeah, that's how I see her. And if you were to work with her, yeah, she's initiatory in her own right. She can help you with divination. She can help you learn the runes. She can help you with magic, prophecy, help you as well transition into the mother stage of your life if you're going to become a parent, if you need to be prepared for that. She can help you get prepared. She can give you hints and tips and help you in that regard. She's good at healing and magic to do with the home. So kitchen witchery, I don't know if you were being a crafty witch sort of thing. There's a woman who I follow on Instagram who's actually a Celtic Pig, but she gives me Frigg energy. She lives on a longboat not a longboat. Is that what longboats are? The Viking boats? No, not a narrow boat. That's it. You know those boats that are on the English canals, probably in Europe as well. Like Rosie and Jim, if you're old enough to know what that is. She lives on one of them boats and she weaves scarves, like these lovely, lovely scarves and shawls, like proper makes her own yarn from wool and spins her own yarn and weaves these things. And it really just gives me Frigg vibes, this motherly energy that's creating crafty things. I feel like handicrafts, sewing, making clothes. Someone who's into fashion as well, she would love that because she's very well put together. So even like high-end fashion, if you're a fashion designer or you're into like, I don't know, you like to dress nice, you like to do your makeup, like to do your hair, she's very into that as well. I'm getting goosebumps. But that doesn't mean she's high maintenance. Yes, respect her. She's a queen. Even if you don't want to work with her, even if you don't believe in her per se, don't be rude. Don't be like, oh, Frigg's a swear word, ridiculous. Just be respectful. She's not high maintenance despite all of that, though. That's what she wants me to say. She understands what people can and can't do. She understands limitations, whether that's money or energy, time. But she appreciates the time you give her, and it's the thought that counts. So if you are only able to light a candle for her and you can't afford any offerings or anything, that's okay, as long as you're trying and you're talking with her. She likes people who can be crafty and inventive. My first set of runes she had me make, they were from, those little glass beads you get in the bottom of flower vases. It was from those. I got them for cheap and she had me draw the runes on and make my own set. So, she doesn't mind stuff like that. Get inventive, get creative. She doesn't need, an offering of designer sunglasses or something. But yes, simple things. It's the simple things in life. Just think of her. That's all she's saying right now. She loves the colour blue. Goes without saying. The colour white is okay. Gold, silver. All the colours of the rainbow, she's saying. Maybe not black to an extent, but there's a time and a place for black, she says. Not really a fussy woman at all in that regard. Just show her respect and she will show you respect too and show you kindness. But that's who she is to me. And like I say, if it wasn't for Hecate, I'd probably be working with her full time. And again, even that in itself, she's so understanding. She gets it. She hasn't demanded anything from me. She hasn't been petty. She hasn't said, right, well, F off. She's still looking out for me. And she makes me feel emotional. Sometimes I fill up and cry because I feel that motherly love. I just feel like I love you regardless. No matter what choice you make, I will always love you. I will always be there for you. That's her energy. It's like a big warm hug is all I would say. I like warm hugs. Well, that is her. So I hope the video helped. If anyone is interested in working with Frigg, that's Frigg in a nutshell to me. I love her. I love her so much. And happy Mother's Day. I know this probably is going to come out about 5 weeks after, knowing me. But happy Mother's Day, Frigg. I hope you like the flowers. Yes, I got her some flowers. So, yeah, anyone else you want me to talk about, let me know. Until next time, stay safe, stay witchy. Bye.